We're back again with part 3 of the ultimate guide in buying a used Tesla, and this time in the final part of the series we are talking about buying from Tesla.com. It is the safest way, I believe, and the easiest way to buy a Tesla. Now let's go straight into the pros and cons. It's so safe, and you also get additional warranty when you buy a used Tesla. Typically Tesla warranty, the way it works is that it's a 4-year basic warranty or 50,000 miles. And a 8-year drivetrain and battery warranty, right? So 50,000 miles is actually pretty decent, but if you drive a long distance, you'll easily surpass that. So for me, after about a year, I surpassed that. So my basic warranty was already over because my wife was actually traveling back and forth like 2 hours every day. I mentioned that because with Tesla, the big pro is that if that expires, you get 1 additional year of warranty or 10,000 miles. So that's a big pro. The financing, it's really, really easy. You can go with their bank, which is typically a line credit union, or you could just add your financing bank as well in the app, and it is so easy. The other pros, this is, I think, to me right now in this state, is that you get a lot of the FSD and other software upgrades. For example, like the Y will get the FSD, full self-driving, updated computers, and they'll usually get like acceleration boost, right, if it's a long range. So why is Tesla doing that? I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? How much does it cost Tesla to actually add those software upgrades? Zero, nada. How much does it cost us if we were to add that? Enhanced Autopilot, which does most of the features that current FSD does, is $6,000. And then again, FSD is $12,000 to this date, but it's going up to $15,000. The acceleration boost is another $2,000. But Tesla can sell it to you at a very, very cheap cost because for them, it doesn't actually cost them anything. So to me, that is a massive, massive pro. So for the cons, one thing that I found out is that delivery fee can be up to $2,000 plus. You're probably asking the question, oh, can I go to Carlsbad, California and pick it up there? Tesla doesn't allow that. So they're gonna get that car, bring it to a nearby location, and then you can pick it up there. So that adds up. If it's nearby and right by you, they're not gonna charge you any transportation fees. But if it's like kind of nearby, it typically goes like $500. That's not that bad, but for me to pay $2,000, I have to consider that, right? So that's a pretty big con in my opinion. Again, if it's a really, really good deal, it might be worth it. So other con I think is you can't really see any pictures until delivery. So like dealerships will have a lot of photos and they're pretty much well set up. They usually have a studio and then they take a lot of photos. Private party, their photos are typically really bad, very dark and phone photos and stuff like that. But you can at least request photo and you can do like FaceTime with them. Tesla, they just have a 3D model of the car itself, and that's pretty much it. You really don't have any option to look at more photos. You're just gonna get the same photo that you get when you're buying a Tesla.com like new. So you're taking a little bit of risk, but is it really a risk when you get that 1-year limited warranty? It may not be too much of a risk, right? The other con is gonna be sometimes the price can be a little bit higher. At the same time, that can also be a pro because I have seen sometimes where the deals are also at Tesla.com, but those go by really, really fast. Make sure you click on the subscribe button. I hope you guys enjoy this series. We're coming out with content every single week. So let's get right into finding a used Tesla on their website. So this part's not gonna be that long because there's only one place to get it, right? It's Tesla.com, but there is another website that I would highly recommend using when you're looking for cars that's outside of your region, right? So when you go to Tesla.com, what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to put your registration zip code and it's gonna start finding cars for you. So for example, I wanna look for a Model X. Well, you can see there's in Kennesaw, Georgia, there's a 19 Model X, 498, 102. And then you start going a little bit further away. I mentioned the con of the transportation fee. It's gonna be $2,000. So let's go ahead and look at like Model Y. So there is one right now, a long range Model Y for $75,000. I could get a Model Y Performance for $72,000, brand new. But here's the catch. Why is that for $75,000? It's because this has full self-driving and the acceleration boost. But you can see that this one does have the basic warranty because it only has 20,000 miles. You get an additional 1 year and you get the 8-year battery and drive unit limited warranty as well. So think about it this way, right? So when I first ordered and I put an order in for a Model Y Performance, that's $72,000, right? Before taxes. Let's say I added self-driving right now, full self-driving, Right now it's $12,000, so now we're at $84,000 for that. If you are getting FSD already, would you buy used and pay 76 or would you pay 84? For me, it's a no-brainer, right? This is a 2022 model already, so that's significant savings if you are planning to get that. If FSD is something that you don't really care about at all, then don't do it. It makes sense to just buy new, right? But if FSD is something you really, really want, definitely look into the used market. One really good tip on finding used cars in Tesla is using something called ev-cpo.com. It aggregates all the listings on the Tesla website, and you can kind of search a little bit further down the line, right? So you could go to here and click on like Model 3 Y and then click on Y, and then it'll essentially show you every single Model Y in the Tesla website. And you could also filter it by price. So for example, there's a standard range rear-wheel drive that was out for a very, very short period that I can click on, and then it'll go to the Tesla website. So 2021, 244 mile range. That's a little bit too little for me, but you can see even this one, this is only 59, and it has full self-driving as well. That's a pretty dang good price, but you can kind of go down the line. Every single one of them pretty much has FSD for the most part, right? There's one that doesn't, but let's look at like this one. This is the latest one. This is the second cheapest one. This is 6186. It has acceleration boost, full self-driving, 19,000 miles. That's really not bad at all either. One thing to note is this. It says previously repaired. So this is all you get. This is the information. This is part of a con, right? This vehicle has a reported previous accident and was repaired to Tesla standards. What does that mean? I mean, they all say that. Like, none of them are different. One thing you could do is you could actually run this through a Carfax. You could get the VIN number if you wanted to. You'll get a little bit more information, but that means that Tesla typically got it and then fixed it themselves, and then they put it back in the market. So that's something to keep in mind. So ev-cpo is a really, really awesome tool as far as finding your used Tesla from Tesla.com really, really fast. Now that we've learned how to find the Tesla of your dreams from Tesla.com and ev-cpo, now it's time to learn about the process of buying Tesla. This part's gonna be so short because it is so easy, and it makes every other process so much more difficult and complex. So here's how you do it. You go find the car on the Tesla website, you literally press order, and you pay a $250, it's a non-refundable fee. In a few days, you'll get a text message, right? And especially if you have a Tesla account already, like you'll just get a message and say, hey, your car's on its way. Or if it's already there, you'll get a message saying it's ready for delivery. When would you like to pick it up? Before you pick it up, on the app right here, it'll look like this. Your car will show up, and then you go continue, and then it'll ask you to do all the stuff. So it'll ask you to do like primary registration, if there's a trade-in, you gotta arrange your payment, and you could arrange all your payment in the app. And then after that, once you do that, you'll get a delivery date, right? So they ask you to do some things on the app. You don't do it on the computer. They ask you to use the phone app, which means you need to make an account. And once you do that, they'll text you and say, hey, it's ready for pickup. Why would you like to pick it up? You go there, and all the payment and all of that, there's no haggle. They're not gonna haggle with you. If you try to haggle, they're gonna laugh at you. So don't try to haggle. You get a VIN number, so you could provide a proof of insurance, and then make your final payment if you have any remaining balances. And then after that, there's like review agreements. So everything is so easy. And then you accept delivery right here as well. So if there are any issues, you could take it back to Tesla, and they could most likely fix it for you under warranty. So that's something to keep in mind. There is that, again, peace of mind that it's Tesla selling this. They certify the car. You should be fine, and it's not really going to be an issue afterwards. So who is this for? I think for people who are getting their first Tesla, this is an excellent option because it's just so easy. I think it provides a better experience for you. You don't really have to think about too much. Also, there's no haggling. You got the price, that's what you're going to be paying for. So it gets a lot more simpler. I think the dealership is a good option and the private party is a good option, but those typically tend to fall in the category of people who are a little bit more experienced as well. Well, I know this was a long series. This is really one of the first 3-part series that we did, but I felt like this information is really important for you to kind of learn all the ins and outs of buying a used Tesla. Hopefully that helped. If you have any questions, leave us a comment below or reach out to us. We'd be happy to help. We're here for you, and we want to help you through your Tesla ownership. We'll see you next time, and don't forget to click subscribe.